Worried about gout? Check out Ural, the effective urinary alkalinizer. Ural, neutralize your uric acid problem now.
This is KiniNews and I'm your host Prasad. There is talk that a couple of Bersatu ministers are on the chopping block. I know this may sound like good news for some Umno leaders, but these are just rumours, according to those close to the Prime Minister. Is Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob planning a minor cabinet reshuffle? According to sources close to the administration, the reports are just rumours. On December 30th, the Malaysia Now website speculated that a cabinet reshuffle might take place this month and that some Bersatu members of the cabinet are on the chopping block. Citing sources, the reports claim that Ismail Sabri was being pressured by his own party Umno to sideline Bersatu. Today, Suara TV speculated that Ismail Sabri had already met Bersatu President Muhyiddin Yassin to discuss the reshuffle. The website claimed that Ismail Sabri was unhappy with Abdul Latif Ahmad as well as Rina Harun. Both Latif and Rina are Bersatu members. Abdul Latif retained his seat during the 2018 election on a BN ticket. Suara TV also claimed that UMNO's Halimah Muhammad Sadiq was also on the chopping block. When contacted, a source close to Ismail Sabri rubbished the reports. The Kedah government is planning to take legal action against Penang over their water dispute, but Penang seems more than happy to meet them in court. The water supply feud between Penang and Kedah continues. Now Penang Chief Minister Chow Kon Yeow is looking forward to meeting the Kedah government in court. This was after Kedah Menteri Besar Muhammad Sanusi Noh said the Kedah government had appointed a panel of lawyers to pursue the state's demand for Penang to pay for water that it draws from Sungai Muda. Sungai Muda originates from Kedah and flows along the Penang and Kedah border to the Malacca Straits. Speaking to the New Straits Times, Chow said Penang really wanted the matter to be brought to court. Sanusi has been demanding payment from Penang, including threatening to turn the water muddy if the state did not pay. Sanusi had also threatened to take legal action since January last year, but had not followed through. Chow previously said Penang did not need to pay for drawing water from the Penang side of Sungai Muda. Lim Kit Siang has given MACC's Azam Baki two options after recent allegations against him. DAP veteran leader Lim Kit Siang has urged MACC chief Azam Baki to volunteer himself to testify before the Parliamentary Select Committee for agencies or resign. Lim said doing so would set a good example for all public servants. However, Lim said Azam, along with Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob, had kept mostly silent on allegations of impropriety concerning Azam. Lim said the continued silence was most troubling. According to the 2015 annual report for public listed company Excel Force MSC Berhad, Azam owned over 2.1 million warrants in the company as of March 21, 2016. At the time, Azam was the MACC Investigations Division Director. The matter was not widely reported until MACC's Consultation and Corruption Prevention Panel member Edmund Terence Gomez resigned from the panel recently. Gomez resigned in protest because his requests for a panel to be convened to discuss the allegations against Azam were ignored. A hearing will be held via Zoom later this year over Malaysia's bid to review the contempt of court decision against it last year. The federal court set March 29th to hear Malaysia's bid to review its decision to find the online news portal guilty of contempt of court over readers' comments. The Media Organizations Council confirmed the matter today and said it will be conducted via Zoom. Previously, the federal court set October 12 last year to hear the review application. However, due to the then rearranging of cases before the Apex Court, that hearing date was vacated. May last year, Malaysia's legal team filed the review application. In its application, the online news portal applied for the contempt conviction to be set aside so that the case could be reheard before the federal court. The bench in its findings meted out a 500,000 ringgit fine on Malaysia Kini, far higher than the 200,000 sought by the Attorney General's chambers. However, through a fundraising campaign, the news portal was able to raise the amount and more in one day. Now we have a message from our sponsor. When we're back, find out how you can catch the Dalai Lama speak about climate change. And the best thing is the talk is organized by a Malaysian group.
Best known for its long-standing quality and product innovation, Thomson has emerged as one of the leading homegrown herbal and nutritional supplement brands in the nation since 1987. Little did we know, there's an untold truth behind this success story.
I had a doctor, when I gave him sample, he just shove it. Why? Made in Malaysia. But that doctor became one of our best customers after that because we have a good product. But what you're taking in for your own health, you cannot change it when it's destroyed. That's our slogan, your health deserves the best. Don't compromise when it comes to your health.
Starting as an importer to becoming a manufacturer, Thomson always ensures that only outstanding quality raw materials are used in producing great products to fulfill the evolving needs of the consumers.
We examine physical condition of the product. Microbiological heavy metals are tested for every batches. Active ingredient we also analyze by using HPLC, UV, dissolution tester. Our manufacturing plant is compliant with Good Manufacturing Practice (GMP), and our products are approved by Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia (KKN) and Halal certified.
Our best seller would be our Thomson Activated Ginkgo. So we've been selling this since 1992 already, almost 30 years. A lot of people know it for memory and concentration, but actually it can help with a lot of things as well, like numbness or pain in walking. Our source comes from Japan. We have a Japanese supplier with Japanese technology inside. And it's been very successful in both Malaysia and Singapore. We've entered the Malay market here in Malaysia about 4 years ago, and also it's in Indonesia as well.
Kickstart your health journey today with Thomson. For more information, visit my.thomsonhealth.com or purchase it via authorized digital platform.
It's good to get more people talking about climate change. This is why ABIM will be hosting a conference featuring the Dalai Lama on the issue. The Dalai Lama is set to speak at an interfaith conference co-hosted by the Muslim Youth Movement of Malaysia ABIM and the Tibetan Buddhist Culture Centre Malaysia. This would mark the second time the two associations are hosting a talk. The Islam-Buddhism Eco-Dialogue will be conducted online between January 15th and January 16th and will be focusing on climate change. In a statement, ABIM said it viewed climate change with serious concern. Other speakers include University of Malaya's Osman Bakar. He specializes in Islamic philosophy and mathematics. Topics include ecology from the perspective of Quranic and Buddhist scriptures, environment sustainability, and the role of civil societies in sustaining ecological health, among others. The government has spoken to Gardenia, and now it's going to have a word with Massimo over the recent price hikes. Bread maker Massimo will be summoned by the government for raising its prices. The Deputy Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs Minister Rosul Wahid said he wants an explanation from the company and what alternatives it can offer. Both Massimo and Gardenia, two leading bread makers in the market, have recently raised their prices. He said his ministry had also met with Gardenia after it raised the prices of its products. Following this, Gardenia promised to create a new product that will be sold at the old price. The Deputy Minister said Massimo could consider a similar option. Meanwhile, Rosul said Gardenia explained that the prices had been raised due to the increase in raw material prices. With the flood situation worsening in 4 states, the government has already dispersed cash aids to thousands of flood victims. Prime Minister Ismail Yaakob has revealed that over 28,000 flood victims have received their Bantuan Wang Ihsan from Putrajaya. He said the funds were paid out in 10 days after the floods hit, unlike before, which could take up to 6 months. Heads of households in flood-hit areas are eligible to receive 1,000 ringgit in cash. The family of flood victims who die because of the floods will receive 10,000 ringgit. According to Ismail Sabri, there were 51 deaths attributed to the flood as of yesterday. So far, 38 families have made claims for the 10,000 ringgit. He also urged those who have yet to make claims to approach their respective district offices. Meanwhile, more people have been vacated due to the worsening floods in Pahang, Johor, Melaka and Sabah today. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Ismail. Thank you for watching. And if you would like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com.